Welcome back to Breaking Chains and Building Dreams, the Wrong and Strong Way. I am your host, JC. Today we're going to dive into a deep, personal, and complex topic, jealousy. Something that I've struggled since day one and that I've struggled with most of my life. It's got me into a lot of trouble. But how does a young protector turn into something consumed by the need of control? How do the traumas of our past shape the behaviors we struggle with today? In this episode, I will share my journey from being an 8-year-old kid fighting to protect my mom and my sisters that later would consume me and turn into a jealousy that nearly took my life. But first, a quick disclaimer. Names, details, and places have been altered to protect the identity of those, and the stories shared are deeply personal, so viewer discretion is advised. I remember just being an 8-year-old boy, just a kid, walking down the street of my neighborhood in Mexico and hearing these grown men say nasty things to my mom and my sisters. They would blow kisses at them and try to spank them on the butt, and they would make my blood like boiled. I would get so mad, and instead of running away because I was a kid, I would walk all the way home with my mom and my sisters, and then I would go back to fight them. I didn't care about the size. It just didn't matter. I had to protect my family, myself. By this moment, everything had already happened to me. I had already been, raped and tortured and all that stuff. So I knew what violence was. I felt like I needed to be the man of the house. These experiences really planted like a seed in me, a seed that would grow into something far darker. Over time, like what started as a need to protect my family morphed into something else. Like my protective instincts twisted into like a desire of like control. I can't explain it. It wasn't just about keeping myself or others safe anymore. It became about extorting power over situations and people. I wanted to be in control all the time. And when I couldn't, jealousy would rear its ugly head out. I want to talk about some numbers. So let's pause for a moment on the story. Let's pause for a moment and consider the impact of these childhood traumas. According to the National Institute of Mental Health, approximately 3.6% of adults in the U.S. had PTSD in the past year, and 37% of those cases are classified as severe, so it's high. Studies also show that individuals who experience childhood trauma are 3 to 4 times more likely to struggle with addiction, incarceration, toxic relationships, all of the above. Incarceration rate tells a similar story too. 75% of all inmates have reported experiences some form of childhood trauma. These are just numbers and stats. They're real people who live lives and have been shaped by early experiences, just like me. I used to think that I was broken. I used to think that I had all these issues with me, and I did, but it wasn't my fault. I didn't choose to be raped. I didn't choose to be molested. I didn't choose to do certain things that, So jealousy is not just about romantic relationship. It shapes into every aspect of your life. I was jealous of others, their happiness, their freedom. I felt like I deserved everything I wanted, and when I didn't get it, the anger resonated, consumed me. It was toxic. It was a toxic cycle that just kind of like it led me to wanna rob people, wanna kill people, wanna just so many things, pushing people away, isolating myself. It really wasn't until I hit rock bottom with my wife that I knew that I needed to change. The jealousy, that the need of control, it was all rooted in fear and insecurity. And I know that today. So I had to confront those feelings head on. And it wasn't easy. It wasn't easy at all. It was very, very hard. when you have to be real with yourself. Through therapy, mentorship, and a lot of self-reflection, I began to understand the origins of my jealousy, and I learned healthier ways to cope with my emotions. Today I still fight with those old instincts, but I'm committed to a new way of living. I'm focused on building something positive as Wrong Strong, and helping others break free from their chains and help them build their dreams. It's a daily struggle, but one worth fighting for. Just look at the stats. 80% of individuals who receive proper mental health care significantly improve their quality of life. That means like if 82% of people did it good just with someone believing in them, we could do that. Like I said, I share my stories and I share my hopes and my dreams in hopes that my story will impact somebody or someone that needs to hear it will hear it. It's never late to change. It's never late to go from wrong to strong. We are facing a mental crisis right now. We are facing an incarceration crisis. We are facing a opiate crisis. We are broken people right now. I don't know about you, but I love my country. I'm proud to be a Mexican American. I'm proud to be an American. But our country is broken right now. There's a lot of people hurt. And I think that we could step up and make America great again. Oh, I just got patriotic right there. It just hurts me. It hurts me to see people suffering. It hurts me to see animals suffering. God has changed my heart in so many ways that I'm just happy that I got the train on time. Thank you for joining me on this deep personal journey. Jealousy and the need to control can be incredibly destructive, but they don't have to define you. Remember, it's never too late to change. If my story resonates with you, or if you're struggling with similar issues, know that you're not alone. Let's keep breaking those chains and building those dreams together. Stay tuned on our next episode, where I'll share another chapter of my journey. Until then, stay strong. And don't forget to subscribe, share this podcast with someone who might need to hear it. And consider supporting our mission through donation or by getting involved. Visit our website, www.wrongstrong.com, to learn more about our programs and how you can help. Thank you for listening, and remember, transformation is possible, one step at a time. You can't transform in isolation. We got to do this as a team. I'm JC, and I am Wrong to Strong.